combined office with the county assessor office. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct.
And so, um, and that's through legislation from what merging the city and county governments is
No, it's still just a county, still just a county office. The
okay.
Board of Commissioners decided in 2012 to put it on the ballot in
Right.
November 2012,
Uh-huh.
and so it's a county consolidation.
Okay. Oh, okay. Still county. Okay. Um, like you said, we was chatting earlier. How long have you been our registrar of deeds?
Well, I'm in my 10th year. I was just elected to my third term in November 2012.
Okay.
So I'm in my third term, in my 10th year, and enjoying every minute of it.
What has been your greatest accomplishment? I mean, 10 years. I know there's been a lot of change in 10 years, especially since you first took the office.
You're very much right, very much right. When I took the office over in January of 2005, it was in quite disarray. It was backlogged for recordings. Users, title companies were having to wait 27, 30 days to be getting their documents back. And it was just really a non-functioning office. So we worked really hard in the last 10 years to bring it around to a very efficient, smooth running operation with the records in the office very much in order. So that was my biggest goal, was just turning the office around like I knew it could be, smooth running and efficient for the users. Probably the second biggest accomplishment that I feel very proud of is that in 2009 we became the first county office in the whole state to embrace electronic recording.
Okay.
And so what that did was really eliminate a lot of the workflow. It made it much easier for the users of the office to record their documents rather than having coming down to the office. Decreased our postage, decreased our paper costs, really helped us a lot budget-wise.
Okay, cool. So, man, those are two major things. 2014, I mean, you haven't campaigned in a while. How you feel? How you feeling right now?
Well, I love campaigning, William. You know, I've always loved that.
Well, you know, I guess holding office is like a perpetual campaign in a sense. But actually being on the grind, how has it been? I haven't been on a campaign myself in a while.
Well, and same with me. You know, with my second and third reelection cycles, I was unopposed. So this is going back, you know,
Right.
10 and 14 years, like you said. Some things are the same. A lot of things are different. You know,
Right.
our economy's in a different state.
Okay.
So some of the fundraising, some of the outreach is a little bit different. But really the grassroots and the fundamentals of campaigning is basically just reaching out to the people that you serve and that you like to serve and touching with them and find out, you know, what they're happy about, what they're not happy about. And I do that all across the county, whether it's election year or not. So it's, in that respect, it's the same, but yet it's exaggerated about tenfold.
Right. Now, I want to make sure, because right here it says proven leadership, proven results. We talked about the results as well as, you know, your leadership. You've been leading us for the past 10 years. This new role of assessor and them combining the officers with the registrar of deeds, are those similar tasks?
The issue with the two offices is that the Register of Deeds office is the actual official record office of all the properties in Douglas County. We keep a running history of everything that goes on over 212,000 parcels of property, all the way back to 1854. So whenever your property was originated, we have everything that happened, deeds, mortgages, death certificates, new housing, everything that happened on that property.
Okay.
So we're the official record. The assessor side of that is the statistical side. They take the home ownership changes, the transfers,
Okay.
and they assign value to them so the treasurer can collect taxes. So the things that the two offices touch on each other that are similar is the fact that we both work with property.
Okay.
Other than that, there's none of our functionality is duplicated or overlapped. So it's a huge endeavor to put together these offices in such a large county.
Right.
There are some offices, counties throughout the state that have the assessor in some combined offices of several different hats. But for a county as large as ours, it's a job. It's going to be a big job. But you know, it's workable.
Okay. When you win, what's the next 4 years going to look like? And
Well, the next 4 years is going to look like, what I'm running on really three main points.
Okay.
And the first point is really the fiscal responsibility. I've proven in the last 10 years that I am a very fiscally accountable and responsible steward of the public of the county. In 10 years, I've been able to decrease my budget by 1.5%. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but in respect to this is that we've absorbed about $440,000 of labor contract increases and still been able to decrease my overall budget 1.5%. So that makes it huge.
Right.
As opposed to so my goal in fiscal responsibility is to take the combined office, my 1.5% decrease, and work on the 35% increase that's now in the assessor office and bring that down to an acceptable dollar amount.
Okay. I know you said provide 20 million in additional revenue to help fund other counties.
Yes.
Is that from the savings of reducing?
No, the Register of Deeds office is self-funding. We rely nothing on tax dollars.
Okay.
All of our budget is created, our revenue is from filing fees. Then with those filing fees, I get my budget from the board. So at the end of the year, I've collected X amount of money in filing fees, but I've only used X amount in my budget. Everything over and above that goes back into the general fund, so that in my 10 years, we've returned over $20 million of extra revenue to the county general fund in order for them to fund those other offices that don't create revenue.
Interesting. What's something, what's something that you do? What other skill set that you have that other people don't know that you have? Or do you play the flute, you violin?
I sing.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I sing a lot at different events. But the skill set that's going to make me the best candidate for this office, this combined office, is the fact that I also have 28 years as a real estate broker.
Right.
And in that job, you work with values every time you work with a seller or a buyer. So I know the fundamentals of the assessment type process. Also, I embrace the use of technology and of effective technology.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways I feel that as we go forward in the combined office that we can actually work smarter and create more fair and equitable assessments across the board by using smarter avenues to get there.
Right.
And thirdly, my main skill set is my effective and my proven leadership and management skills. Just the improvements being made in the last 10 years in the Register of Deeds office, I have 2/3 of the same staff that was there prior to me getting office when the office was in disarray. So that means that those employees, they know what they're doing. They just need a progressive and a teamwork leader to be able to get the office where it needed to go. And that's where we're at now, smooth running and very efficient. So just my leadership skills, my management skills, my years in real estate, and my successes in bringing another office around in the county, I feel that will work really well.
Right. Any other points that the community need to know?
Well, I guess I want to relate. A lot of people don't really know what the Register of Deeds is. They don't know a lot about it. And the reason they don't know a lot about it is because our office really doesn't get in your pocket.
Right.
The assessor office values your property. The treasurer's office actually gets your taxes or your motor vehicle taxes. But we don't really get in your pocket. So I guess an analogy that I would like to talk to the public about is one of the ways to recognize how important your land records, your Register of Deeds office is just think about the position that you would be in as a property owner if your property was completely destroyed.
Right.
Through water, through fire, through whatever, through a tornado, and you lost everything. The only avenue you would have to prove that you own that property would be the official records in the Register of Deeds office. Some of the areas, Katrina, for example, down in Louisiana, that was a total devastation. The only way that those homeowners and those property owners were able to identify where they belonged and to claim their ownership was through the official land records. So that's just a little bit of information and education about how important the Register of Deeds office is. So it's very important that as the official record office, you have somebody in there who has worked in there, who knows about the legal documents that we use, that also knows the effective and the financial part of statistical as far as valuation. So and just mold the two offices together.
Now, what has been some of the problems? I know it has gotten easier these last 10 years. What were some of the roadblocks or some of the hurdles um, especially being a woman.
Yes.
And what obstacles or hurdles did you have to go just to get to this level? Because I know there's a lot of we have a lot of young ladies that look at the programming. It's always good just to hear how did you get to this point?
How did you get to this point? And that's a very good question. I'm on the board of the Women's Fund of Omaha, and what we do is we try to encourage women of all ages, young women, of all ages, to embrace their positiveness and to embrace their abilities to become a leader and to become into the not even necessarily only the political arena, but in a leadership role. And one of the hurdles that I think you run across by being a woman is that as successful and as aggressive and as personality based as you are, you're still climbing that ladder. And but that glass ceiling has been broken so many times throughout our country that it's definitely able to be done. What I did I just worked hard.
Right.
I enjoy people. I love what I do, and love what I'm going to be doing. And I think that shows through to people. People know if you're sincere, and people know if you're interested. And I just kept going down that same road and just keep putting one foot in front of the other and toward my goal. And I got there, and I've been fortunately very successful since I've been there. So I can only see things becoming more positive. And I would urge all young women, is follow your goals, create a passion, and then go after it.
Right. Now, this seems like your passion. You've been in, real estate for over 30-some years?
28.
28. Well, it's getting close. That's close.
Yeah, it's close to 30.
We got to round it up.
Yeah, I know. Don't round it up too much. It'll just mean I'm that much older.
So, you got the experience. You got the knowledge. Community, we got to go with those that have the experience, the knowledge, and the wisdom to make sure that we're on the next level. As she says, he saved $20 million. Why did I get some of that $20 million? Why do you have to get to the other county offices? But saving us, money, because that also helps decreasing our taxes around here.
It keeps the tax rates down.
By generating funds. What's the future of? I know these offices are going to be combined. Well, when you win, what's your vision of the new assessor register deed office?
Well, the vision, that's a short ceiling on the vision, because when the decision was made to combine the office, there was really no plan. So the winner now, the caveat to that is that the winner is going to be decided May 13th. I urge everyone to get out and vote on May 13th. My opponent and I are both of the same political party, and there is no opposing party candidate. So whichever one of us wins in May is going to be the leader of that office come next January. There is no second chance in November.
So you two don't go back on?
We don't go back. Only one of us comes out of the primary because of being the same political party. So I'm urging everyone to get out and vote, and I'm urging everyone to hopefully vote Diane Battiato so that I can use the time between June after the primary and January to make some plans, almost like a teacher writing a curriculum, is to make some plans. The first plan I know I will do is go into my office is running smoothly, so that's one thing I can take off my plate initially.
Right.
And I can assess the assessor's side of the office by talking to the staff, seeing with their job descriptions what their daily duties are, how they do it, how they enjoy it, and what their goals are.
Right.
And then collectively put that picture together to try to streamline that office just like I've done my own.
I like that. So you can save even more money over there. So you can save $40 million then? 20,
well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
20 on each
I'll
side.
do whatever I can do to be as frugal as possible. But there's the biggest goal is that every property owner only pay their fair share.
Right.
And that's a two-sided coin. You may be too low now. You may be too high now. But I think everyone will be happy and content and not have to file protests with Board of Equalization if they feel they have a fair value.
Now, I was just listening to the unicameral, and they had a bill in regards to raising the homestead. Does that affect you in any way? Because I know my mom, she's 83, so she doesn't pay property tax because she qualified for the homestead exemption. Does that affect you in any
It
fashion?
definitely affects it will affect this combined office. Currently, that homestead, it is a state statute, so every county in the state that falls under homestead exemption has to comply with the state statute. As you comply with that state statute, and they're talking about raising the limit, is raising the income limit. You know?
Right.
And they've done that before. They've done it in the past, and it just raises the ceiling of the maximum income that a senior homeowner, property owner,
Right.
has to work with as far as becoming qualified to get an exemption. And there's a lot of levels of exemptions. There's different percentages, from 100% exemption to down to just a very minimal percentage. But in any event, if they can get some relief there, it will help a lot more people.
Cool. And for those that's not aware of the homestead exemption, I think it's anyone that's over 65. Is that correct? Or?
Yeah, you have to be 65.
Yeah. So anyone over 65, and if I know sometimes we forget about our elderly that raised us, but make sure if you got a grandmother, grandfather, and they're having problems financially, they can qualify for this program, the homestead exemption. Miss Battiato, what does Battiato mean?
Battiato?
What does that mean?
Wow, I don't know what it means, but it's Italian.
Yeah.
I know you probably knew that. It means, "Oh, worthy one, I'm the best candidate for the Assessor Register of Deeds position."
Without a doubt. How can anyone volunteer for you? Get a yard sign, or vote for you? How can they even get in contact with you?
Even get in contact. Well, we have a wonderful website. It's very easy, DianeBattiato.com, DianeBattiato.com. We have a wealth of information there. We do have a link to click on if you want to volunteer, if you want a yard sign, if you want to donate through PayPal, a secured site. Most any comments when we retrieve those, throughout every day. So that would be the best way to communicate. You can also always reach anybody through that. There's also an email link to that. And if you could email us or get on the volunteer list and request whatever you want to request, and leave your contact information, your phone number, and your email, and we'll get right back to you.
Now, after you leave here, you got to go back to the office and do some more work.
And do some more work.
What is your day like for a register of deeds?
Right now, or just as register of deeds?
Yeah, just as register of deeds. Well, what is your day like?
Well, as Register of Deeds, I oversee the office of a staff of 27, and we serve the public every day. We have consumers coming in who are wanting to record documents on their property, or they want to retrieve documents on their property. We process anywhere between 300 and 600 or more documents every day. My staff is wonderful. They make me look very good. But I'm also there because I worked in the office since the mid-'90s, that if they need help, if they get busy, if they need help with e-recording, with examining documents, with cashiering, I can jump in and help, in which I do if they need that help. And if there's customers that that have a question that they may not be able to answer comfortably, then I help assist in the customers. So it's a pretty busy day every day.
Right. And you start what time? Are you like the Marines?
I like the Marines. The post office, through rain and wind and sleet and snow. Well, our office hours are 8 to 4:30.
Okay. And
Monday through Friday.
The best way to assess you is to come down to your office, right? You're in the county?
We're in the county building, the city county building on 18th and Farnham. We're on the Harney Street level. Room H is in Harney, 09.
Anything that we did not talk about that's necessary the community know?
Well, I guess only one thing that I would like to say is, as your assessor register of deeds, I feel it's very important to be as transparent as possible and easily accessible as possible. And you asked about how can someone, assess me. In the Register of Deeds office, my door is always open, and that's why I keep connected with the public. I keep connected with the users of our office. And I feel that's very important as these two offices are combined together to keep that same mode of accessibility in the assessor office that was up on 4th floor, as well as my office on the Harney level, is to always be able to, for the public to feel like if they have a question, if they have an issue, that they can come and they can actually talk with someone, including me.
Well, Ms. Battiato, we appreciate you serving us for the last 10 years. Hopefully you'll get another 4 years. May, was it 13th?
May 13th, please vote.
We need everyone to come out. We got a lot of people that's registered, but we need people actually to come out.
And you can early vote. Just inquire about getting an early voting application. It can be mailed in, it can be faxed in, it can be walked into the election office down on 114th and Davenport. It's available on the votedouglascounty.com website. I'm sure you can get one if you go to of course, if you go to the election office. I'm not sure where else they're available, but definitely on the website. I think down in the county building, actually, we have some circular slots in the commons area of the halls that has early voting applications. Or come into my office and I'll give you one. So, get out and vote, whether you vote by early mail or you go to the polls on Election Day, May 13th.
Do you have any fundraisers coming up? Anything planned?
Well, we do. We're having, actually, we have 3 of them coming up on April 16th, I believe it is. We're having a South Omaha fundraiser over at the GI Forum on 20th and N from 5:30 to 7:30. And on April 22nd, we're having one over at Castle Barrett on 43rd and Leavenworth.
Okay.
We're having a general fundraiser. And then also in April, we don't have a definite date yet. We're having a North Omaha fundraiser. Okay. And it's going to be determined. We have some of the hosts ready to go. We're looking for a site now and just a final date depending on that site. Okay. So what I'd like to do is keep you posted and you can announce it when we're ready to have it.
Oh, okay.
That'd be great.
You might look at our site out there. So that's good. We got some dates coming up. Shouts out to the GI Forum over in South Omaha. Right. My man run that, Larry Bradley. He's actually running for Metro Board. Mm-hmm. So good connection. And then also Barrett, he was on the show. Now MUD.
Oh, Tom, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on MUD right now, isn't it?
I think that's where he's at, is MUD.
And so those are good connections. So
yeah. I'm very fortunate. And all of the people that are listening, you've helped me for 14 years, and so I'm asking for your help again because I'll never let you down.
Right. How can they get in contact with you again?
DianeBattiato.com, the volunteer link, the contact us link, and we'll get right back to you.
You have a phone number?
Do I have a phone number?
Oh, you're giving out Mr. Miller number.
My number is 402-690-4769.
And you can call that number if you want to volunteer, donate, or participate in our campaign in any fashion. I know from my own personal experience, she's a beautiful woman. She really cares about the community, and we really need to make sure those people continue to lead. She has my vote. Would I die? Can I say that? I can't say that. We're internet. We're internet, baby. We're internet. Internet. But yeah, we can do what we want over here. But I'm just letting you know that just to have fun. But also, we need to continue to keep leadership in leadership if they're doing the right things. And she's doing the right things. Diane Battiato, our current register of deeds, but now she wants to be our assessor too. And I know you can handle that role also.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. Proven leader, proven results. She's been leading us for the last 10 years. She wanted to continue that leadership role for another 4 years. I think she deserves it. We need Omaha. We need you guys to come out and vote. That's the only way we'll be able to change our paradigm, change our condition, Definitely. And change our future.
Definitely.
On a positive note, just on the health note, she's looking beautiful. How much weight have you lost?
Oh my gosh.
Because everybody's on this health kick, and we're supposed to be getting healthier, and we want our leadership to be alive, healthy.
We need to be healthy
and make good decisions. And And so I know I'm putting you on the spot.
You are, but that's okay.
So, because I told you that she need to be doing a Jenny Craig commercial because I mean you look fabulous.
Well, thank you, William. Yes, I've lost a significant amount of weight in the last 9 months.
And what did you do? What did you do? Just smiling or what?
That's it. Yeah, smiling. Well, I don't want to tell you because then I'll ruin business for people.
Right.
You know.
I'm telling you, if you vote for her with a
I'll tell
campaign, you'll get that ancient American secret, without a doubt.
There you go. That's an incentive, isn't
Right,
it?
heck yeah. So, I mean, you'll get slim and trim, but also we'll keep good leadership in office. So make sure you guys participate, give Diane a call. I mean, she's been a proven leader. I mean, the stats are where is that?
Thank you.
You know, the proof is in the pudding. And we want to make sure that you guys analyze our record. Make sure you go to our website. And then also make sure you just go down to the Register of Deeds and just say hello if you have any questions. Like I said, she does have an open door. And sometimes we need to have leadership that have open doors.
That's definitely true. Definitely. William, thank you so much. You're such a dear friend, and I really appreciate being on your show and talking to all your viewers, and hope your viewership keeps increasing and increasing. Mm-hmm. And you're very successful.
Well, you know what? We're going to be moving to the FM dial, and you started with me, I think, when one of your first interviews. So this has been progression. Next time we'll be interviewing on the FM dial.
Okay, I hope I'm there.
9-5. Well, you're going to be
Call
there.
me.
You're going to be there for sure. You're going to be there for sure. You've been an advocate of the community. I'm pretty sure you're going to continue to be that way without a doubt.
Most definitely.
Any shots out? You want to say shots out to your grandchildren or anything like
my
that?
Grandchildren. I have 9 of them. They're great. So you guys all behave for your moms and dads.
All right. We got our current Register of Deeds, Miss Diane Battiato. She's running for office. She needs your vote May 13th. She wants to also be our assessor. And she's had proven leadership. She's been in the real estate business for over almost 30 years. And whom better to lead us than those that have the most knowledge in this area. So we appreciate her. We appreciate you for listening. And please get out there and vote. That's the only way we're going to be able to change our environment. This station started with a prayer and started in the abstract, and now we're in the concrete. And so if we can do this, we can do even greater things. 1690 AM The One. We appreciate you guys listening, and make sure you guys vote. Re-elect Diane Battiato.
Thank you.